12/12/2020. Gonna be a very, very energy giving day. Hello, motherfuckers, and welcome to my club of Cottontales. Today is the day after my birthday. That means that it is the first full official day at level 34, and I'm honestly quite nervous and excited. Generally speaking, when I do an early morning meeting on Saturdays, not usually a good thing. um, I have always have a shit ton of anxieties, but I have a ton and tons of anxieties about today. I also am like, I'm doing my best to be mindful to not let it get to me, but I'm honestly flabbergasted that some people didn't wish me a happy birthday yesterday, especially because a lot of them were watching my snaps all day. They saw my first snap at 4 in the morning yesterday. They saw my early morning bath, me officially turning 34, and they never said anything. And what's really weird is one in particular person is a person that at the beginning of this year, I attempted to date, if you will. So I'm just honestly kind of flabbergasted that they saw my snap, saw that it was my birthday, and didn't even once say happy birthday. It makes me wish that I hadn't said happy birthday to them on their birthday in September, but I'm not that type of person. Just because someone else is going to be a certain way isn't going to stop me from being the amazing person that I am. But I am disappointed. Like I thought they would have wished me a happy birthday, so it's just kind of like, huh, like surprising. I did. So I met him on Tinder, but we haven't even really talked. Like it's kind of an odd situation, but this person that I had met on Tinder like a month ago actually, and it's the only message they gave me. I said thank you and they never responded back, but they said good morning, beautiful, and happy birthday. So that was kind of cool getting, not just a good morning, beautiful, which is always nice to hear, but I got a happy birthday from someone who I'm attracted to. Because, like, if I met you on Tinder, like, I'm not just trying to be your friend. If that's where it goes, cool, but that's not what I'm looking for on a dating app, you know what I mean? So that was kind of nice, having him say happy birthday. I said thank you, didn't get a response back, but I at least got it. You know what I mean? It's nice to have gotten it. Um, I had some people who like I don't know, it's surprising and it kind of lets you know where you stand in someone's book. And honestly, I'm happy they didn't give me any love and affection yesterday, because now I know going forward in the future to not give that person my friendly love and affection, because it's not being reciprocated. And that's just it, is I'm going to give someone my love and affection, but if it's not going to be reciprocated, not even once or at some point in time, I'm gonna stop. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep depleting myself when I need all the love and affection I can get. But no, it is not even 6 a.m. Saturday, December 12th, 2020. We have less than 2 weeks till Christmas if you celebrate. We have just over 2 weeks until the new year. Um, but yeah, I am Cottontail is Moist, your moist maker here on the YouTube. Maybe you saw the title, maybe you haven't, but we have two different types of moist. Moist, that's moist. That's like my water that decided to drop this morning. Moisture everywhere. And then moist, the elongated version, that's to be yourself, boo. That's to be 100% you, regardless. So there's moist, like pussy juice, and then there's moist, like being yourself. So essentially, I'm the wet being myself maker. That's exactly what moist means. And I live for it. I was like thinking of different titles. I thought about doing a level 34 achieved, but I kept looking at the title. I'm like, that insinuates today is my birthday, and it's not. It was yesterday, so we didn't do that. I just simply went with a really delicious title for this early morning meeting, and this will be Probably the only content this weekend. I don't plan on playing, well, I plan on playing video games on Sunday, but I don't plan on coming here to Club Cottontail. I'm gonna play some Cyberpunk 2077 by myself. I'm thinking about making, oh, I don't know the proper term. You don't say, well, maybe transvestite would be the best term? Because I know you don't use tranny. Tranny is a lewd word and disgusting. You don't use that word. So I'm thinking it would be... Anyways, I was thinking about either making a like a what you would think is a guy, but they have the female genitalia, or a reverse, which I guess is probably one of the more common ones, where you're a woman who has a penis. I was thinking about making one of those type of characters, um, but I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided yet what kind of character I want to do, but I am definitely going to spend some time on the naked body of my character. And it's going to be just me, myself, and I. That's not a game that I plan on sharing with anyone. If I eventually share that, it will be like because I feel like showing you my character or some shit, you know what I mean? But I honestly don't see that happening. I see it just being something for me, myself, and I. Damn, that moment when you haven't made content and your emojis are all fucking weird. There we go. There we go. Okay. Live right motherfucking now. Come say hello, Cottontails. It is 5:52 a.m. Here in the beautiful state of Washington. And this meeting, excuse me, all Saturday morning meetings are very tiny, let's just say. But this one's going to be extra tiny because Rainbow will be up in the next hour, hour and a half. Got my monitor close by. She could wake up right now and I'd have to end the meeting. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. But for the time being, we're going to until either I decide to end, the universe decides to end. Who knows? Technology is a cunt, so you never really know what it's going to do. But no, oh, especially one thing that makes me just appreciate everyone who do gives me love and affection is yesterday, you know what I mean? Like, I appreciate each and every person who actually thought of me yesterday. And not just the ones who logged on to Facebook and saw that, oh, it's her birthday. Like my best friend Nicole. She was the very first person to send me a message at like 1 in the morning. And that was beautiful. I woke up to, you know, two, and I woke up early on my birthday. I woke up at 4 a.m. So I woke up to two happy birthdays, and then like in the morning time between like 7 and 9, I got the most and makes me so happy. You know what I mean? Like it made my day joyful. And it helped with being mindful when I kept noticing, you know, my old crush looking at my snaps very clearly can tell it's my birthday, and not even once did he say it. You know what I mean? I'm honestly really surprised by that, like, in so many ways, especially because he was the one and only person who told me Happy Valentine's Day this year. You know what I mean? So it was just really surprising that, you know, he knew it was my birthday and still didn't say anything. It just shows me where I sit for him. You know what I mean? Like, it just it honestly is a huge confirmation that he probably didn't really like me. It's just a person that liked him, and maybe he thought I was kind of cute, so he's like, let me see where this could go. But he had no attraction to me. I know this because of the way that he interacts with me. You know what I mean? I was not anymore. Something about when you attempt to flourish something and they're not doing it on their side, it just makes all of those feelings go away. So, like, I don't even have a crush on him. When I see pictures of him, like, at first I go, oh, he's cute. And then I remember who I'm looking at and I go, ugh, you're not cute. You know what I mean? Because the way that you treat people, it really conveys how they're going to feel about you. You know what I mean? So I don't feel any kind of romanticism towards him anymore. Whereas, like, I used to fantasize about having threesomes with him and his wife. Like, because I've had a crush on this guy for over a decade. I watched him go single, get in a relationship, go single, get in a relationship, get married, have baby, and then slowly but surely into the process of divorce. Like, I've known this guy for a long time, and it's just it he was the very first person to ever actually tell me that they had a crush on me, and it just sucks that the very first person to tell me they have a crush on me, they didn't really have a crush on me. If they did, they would have flourished it. You know what I mean? I was convenient, and that's okay. You know what I mean? Lesson learned. I definitely, I just really look forward to true blue romance again. You know what I mean? Like, I had it in my mid 20s. Maybe I'll have it in my mid 30s. I mean, little Amber, she really looked to these years as the golden years. 34 to 36. I don't even know why, but when I was younger, I just always looked at those ages as being like the big shit. You know what I mean? And I'm finally here, and it feels amazing, but also really weird. I really wish I hadn't spilled that water. I'm glad though that it didn't go onto the power strip. Like, a few little droplets got onto it, but it wasn't like the last time where it like literally fell on top of my power strip and I had to unplug everything, turn the power strip upside down, because everything was still working. It didn't like short out or anything. But when water drops on electronics like that, you gotta turn it off. You gotta flip it over, put it in rice, do whatever you can, because if you just let it sit there, the water's gonna keep seeping. You know what I mean? So like, I put it on its side just in case any water did get in a spot that I didn't see. I put it on its side so it will drip downward and not into the groove of the power strip. Power strips, they're those you don't have to worry about too much. It's the stuff that's attached to the power strip, like my PlayStation, my TV. Those things who are plugged into it, those are the things you want to worry about. Power strips themselves sometimes can handle a fucking blizzard. Like, those things are made strong. Let's see, who's been... you know what? I don't like to assume, but I'm gonna make a guess inside my head who's been typing, and I bet you I'm right. I was wrong. I was actually very, very wrong. We had two different people. This person who I think's been in Club Kottontale once before, Kaz said, "Hey Kottontale, hope you were well. Happy birthday for yesterday. Hope you had a great day." Thanks. I had a normal day. Friday is mommy-daughter day, so it was literally just me and my daughter all day. I spent my birthday with a 2-year-old. Today is when I'm celebrating my birthday. Today is my nature boudoir shoot. I'm very excited. Oh, well, thank you, Wills. I guess better late than never. What was really funny is I even did a snap saying, literally calling people out, like, really, I was like, it's odd how there's a bunch of people watching my snaps and no one. Oh, hey, it's 5:59 a.m., you guys. I have officially been 34 for 24 hours right this moment. Cheers. That's good. Oh boy. I don't know anyone who their first hit of the day doesn't just destroy them. Yes. Yes. Oh man, so I have a zit right here. Luckily, it's not like super prominent to where I feel like I need to cover it with makeup, but it fucking hurts. And whenever I need to get to my nose, it ends up hitting it because it's right underneath my fucking nostril. Oh man. It hurts. I am glad though, like I had some blemishes here that went away. Which we got our little wrap here because my hair's in curlers. I'm honestly flabbergasted I was able to get my headset over all of this. I have it on the whitest setting, and then I had to like get really creative and like I think the only spot it's really sitting on some curlers is right here. This spot it was able to actually get to my head. Um, but yeah, I'm excited, nervous. I think I'm equal amounts of nervous and excited. Um, I I'm glad that I messaged her and she said that we're gonna do test shots for like to start like inside the building we're gonna do just test shots and then we'll be going outside for the nature portion, which I'm so excited for. Like I had only planned for a nature shot, so when she even mentioned inside, my anxiety started to get just go crazy, like through the roof crazy. Well, I guess neither of these people wanted to talk to me. Cool, have a great day. um my anxiety went through the roof when, she was asking me about indoor stuff. But honestly, if she has a fireplace, I want to utilize that fireplace. Um, because some of the shots that I want to do, I think that'd be so beautiful in front of a fireplace. Here, I actually thought I was gonna have somebody to talk to. That's a huge reason why, I'm glad that when I first start my meetings, I have content that I'm spreading and everything. Because usually those first people who type, they don't stay to talk to me. Like, 8 out of 10 times, they don't. I would say 9 out of 10 times, actually. Most of the time, people just, they don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? If it's a brand new person that thinks that it's a gaming channel, like I can kind of understand. But when it's a person who's been here before and they know the type of content creator I am, like it's always surprising when they don't stay to chat. Like, I don't know. And especially Wheels, like he knows that I don't like that. Like, I fucking hate it actually. Like, if you're gonna talk to me, talk to me. But if you have no intentions of talking to me, don't even fucking type. You know what I mean? Now, if you're a new person, like, you have no way, you don't know who I am. But, like, I've known this motherfucker for 3 years. It makes me never want to say hello to him because why say hello to a person that's literally not gonna talk with me? Like, I just sat there, responded to them, talked, interacting, seeing if they would say anything, and then they didn't. You know what I mean? It's that type of shit that makes a person not want to converse with someone. And I'm not talking about new people. I'm talking about the returning people. Like, this is a returning person who I consider a friend. You know what I mean? And, like, they knew my birthday was yesterday. They didn't. This is the first I've heard from them in 48 hours. You know what I mean? And then they didn't even stay to talk. Like, I just see, and they seem to think that leaving their opinion matters to me. And it's like, thank you for the two opinions that you left, but I don't give a fuck about those. No offense, because I want you to. I'd rather that they talk to me than leave their opinion. I'd rather have two people talking to me than two opinions. You know what I mean? Irregardless, thank you to the two opinions. I guess it is really nice to see two opinions for Cottontail versus, you know, the other opinions that we get. So that's appreciated, but I'd rather have two people talking to me. Oh well. One day, for anyone that's brand new, hi. I'm formerly Amber Motherfucking Lewis here on YouTube. Last month I upgraded and evolved our name to Cottontale is Moist. Honestly, I feel like it should have always been that name. But July 14th of 2016, Amber Motherfucking Lewis did her very first live content, live stream as you guys know. For me, I make content, either posted or live. That it is what it is. But for layman's terms, we started. God, see, just saying a live stream doesn't even feel natural. We started making that live content, 4+ years ago, and it's just always been a way for me to be me. It's my platform, my entity. It's my place to 100% be myself, regardless, and just have a place for me. That's one thing that my whole life, even before I promenaded myself on the internet, I've always kind of struggled to get interactions with people. A lot of the interactions I had in my younger years was because I I wasn't being true to myself. Like I would just if something happened that I didn't like, I would just kind of like not worry about it, but like I'm hanging out with people, like who cares, you know what I mean? So I would watch a lot of movies I didn't like. I would hang out with people I didn't like. Um, I usually was the one person not drinking. I like to drink, but I have to be in the mood to drink. So I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, if there's booze, I'm gonna drink. I've never been that type of person. So I've been to a lot of parties where everyone's drinking and I wasn't, and like I remember a few times my friend Ray, my best duder Raymundo. We've been friends for quite a long time. 16 years? Fuck me, 16 years. Wow. I met him in 2004, so it is 2020, so it has been 16 years since I've known him. That's amazing. Um, but in the course of that time, uh, been to a lot of parties together, and there was quite a few where he was like inebriated, and he's like, you're not drinking, are you?" I'm like, "No, I'm not." He's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "I don't want to drink." He's like, "But why'd you come to the party when it was a drinking party?" And he's like, "Oh, wait." He's like, "You just wanted to be around people." I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Okay." And he'd give me a big ass hug, like, and that was the case. A lot of the times I would go to something where I wasn't doing what everyone else was doing, but I gotta be around people. I'm such an extrovert that I just wanted to be around people. And it's shitty because most of my friends are introverts. They're only extroverted if they get alcohol in them or if, this, that, and the other thing. So, you know, kind of a rough go. But it's nice having a friend that I've had for so long who knows the in and outs of me. So when they see me at a party, they already know. Oh man, so I'm freaking out about how my hair is gonna turn out. Like, I mean, the curlers are in there. All of these are gonna be curly. And I'll be able to do something with it, so that's gonna be good. But like my bangs, like I don't own a blow dryer, and now I'm like kind of regretting it because like when I take this off, and such. Like, you can see my bangs, like, they're all super flat here and all tattered here. Like, I sweated, so they kind of feel, a little grody. I'm just like, oh no. Like, it's gonna, like, I'm kind of glad that somewhere me and Hosey Posey got, I don't even know what happened. She thought I was going to come last week. I was never planned for last week. I was always planned for this week. So I don't know what happened there, but because I don't have Hosey Posey, it means that I could potentially get to my friend's house earlier, which will give me more time to get ready. I don't need tons of time to get ready, but I have to make sure that I'm at my photographer's house by or before noon. And she lives in Beaverton, Oregon. So I'm going to be in Vancouver. Vancouver to Beaverton, that's like a 45-minute drive. So I have to make sure that we're leaving at 11. So originally I was going to be getting to my friend's house at 10:30. So me being able to get there earlier is actually really helpful. I can take my time. Like, I'm not doing any fancy things. Like, I'm literally just doing a cat eye, a bold lip, and then some blush, and then I'm going to put highlighter in different places. Like, I'm going to put a shit ton of highlighter here on my décolletage, a little bit on my nose, like definitely right here. I'll probably put some on the inner corner of my eye. Like, I love highlighter, so I would bathe in it if I could. Alright, well, it is just after 6 a.m. on December 12th, 2020. It is 12/12/2020. This day is very energy bringing for everyone, but especially those of us who definitely believe in astrology and all things, excuse me, in nature, which just makes me so, so excited for my nature shoot. Like, today is going to be amazing. I definitely have a lot of thoughts and fears, and honestly, a huge bit of it is that I I was feeling a shit ton of anxiety, and I just was seeking support. I needed support, right? So I made a post in a private group, okay? And I had done like um, I usually do, whatchamacallit, like I can't think of the fucking word. Um, a vague. There we go. I did a vague post on my actual page, but I did, a more detailed one on this group. And one of my friends who's in the group, who happened to introduce me to my photographer, comments and is just being rude. Like, from the get go, is like, "What's panic inducing?" And I'm like, "Everyone has their trigger." And she's like, "No." And she, like, just starts freaking out on me, talking about how, like, if I'm feeling this way, I need to talk to the photographer, like, canceling is bad, and just like laying into me. And I'm just like, dude, I just wanted support. She's like, I get needing support, but if you're having actual issues, you need to discuss it with your photographer. And I'm like, dude, why am I going to discuss something that hasn't happened? Like, I was literally, the post was me talking about how, like, I'm having anxieties and fears that are making me feel like I want to cancel. And I was just seeking support. Like, literally, I'm a very, like, to the point person, so it was very to the point. And she just, like, it was very clear that all she cared about is that I was potentially going to cancel on her friend. You could tell that's all she fucking cared about. She did not care at even one sliver that I needed support, that I was feeling anxiety, And instead of helping me, she just made it worse. I even told her, I was like, you're giving me a panic attack right now. And honestly, she's like in the back of my brain. You know what I mean? Because like I'm like wondering, did you talk to the photographer? You know what I mean? And if you did, you're a cunt for that. You know what I mean? Because I was just having a moment where I needed support. And instead of giving me support, she wanted to know why I was feeling the way I was feeling and why I posted it and just all this other shit. And I don't sit there and say that to her. I don't sit there and go, why do you do what you do? You know what I mean? Because you do it because you do it. And it was just very frustrating because this is a person who I've known for 16 years. She's not a close friend, never has been a close friend. But it is frustrating that she herself deals with behavioral disorders, and instead of supporting her friend who just needed to hear, you got this, you know, cast your fears aside and know that you can survive, like instead she just wanted to know why I was feeling panic. You know what I mean? And it's like, bitch, why does that even matter? You know what I mean? Like, I just wanted support for it. And what's crazy is that I'm glad that I had talked to my mom before that happened. My mom is the one who actually gave me the support I needed and got it to where I could be mindful and get me to today. You know what I mean? If I hadn't talked to my mom before my friend laid into me like that, I would not be her friend no more. I would have deleted her from Facebook. I would have blocked her. You know what I mean? Like, because she was just rude. Like, I just don't, I still don't understand why she did that. You know what I mean? Like, it makes absolutely no sense to me. Absolutely no sense. Tell me I'm being passive aggressive when, like, I'm literally talking about how I'm having anxiety and fears that I might have a panic attack and I want support to help it. And instead of supporting me, she wanted to know why I was having the panic attack, what was causing it. And then when I said, you know, everyone has their triggers, she's like, no, like, if you're having these things, you need to talk to the photographer. Like, why am I going to talk to the photographer about a what if? Like, if and when I'm actually with the photographer and I then have the panic attack and something does trigger me to the point I don't want to do it, I'm going to tell her. But I was having the feelings beforehand and I just wanted support to help me with it. And what's crazy is every single woman literally said, you're so beautiful, you have nothing to fear. And I'm like, how is my beauty being pulled into this card at all? Because I didn't even once mention that. Like how is me being scared mean I'm not beautiful? Like literally like all these females are just like saying, you know, you're beautiful, you have nothing to fear, like you're gonna do great. And it was like just like you're gorgeous, and it's like I know I'm gorgeous. Like I didn't say like I could totally get it if I had been like, oh man, you know, I'm feeling so insecure and like fat and I kind of don't want to do this. Like that's not what I said. Literally, I was just saying that I was having a panic attack. I was having fear for it. I didn't explain what the fear was. If someone would have asked, gladly would have explained it. You know what I mean? But I was just having some panic and I just wanted support. And every single guy, there was one guy that, you know, was like, "Oh, you're beautiful. I saw the sneak peek. Like, you're going to do great." Like, I'm like, my beauty's not a play in this. So let's just say 10 guys, that one guy said that. The 9 other guys literally just said, you got this. That's all they said was, you got this. And that was so lovely. That's all I needed to hear. I just needed positive affirmations. And it's so fucked up that the one person that you would think would give me the most positive affirmation didn't. You know, my friend laid into me for no fucking reason and still is, she's never going to apologize. I already know this because she's a manic depressive. Like, she probably realizes that she fucked up and now she's embarrassed. So she's never going to even bring it up ever again. You know what I mean? But that is what it is. You know what I mean? Uh, I know why I'm doing my photo shoot, and I'm really excited because it is 100% for me. These photos are not going to be for anyone else. If other people see them, 100% will be because I wanted to share them. I'm not doing it for someone. I'm not giving it a gift for anyone other than me. So actually, yes, I am giving it a gift to myself. A 6:20. That's 4:20 a.m. in Hawaii. Cheers to Miss Alima. I miss you every day. Alima was a absolutely wonderful lady. Beautiful inside and out, who I had the privilege of knowing in my lifetime. Taken by cancer. I feel like cancer takes so many good people, but whenever I think of Hawaii, it's impossible to not think of Auntie Alima. She is just a beautiful soul, and I always, I always have so many thoughts and feelings about myself, and there's always going to be those people who just want to bring you down no matter what. It doesn't matter how good of a person you are, there's going to be someone who's telling you're a horrible person, right? Um, and for me, having the behavioral disorders, sometimes it's hard to drown those people out. But one thing for me is I use my mindfulness, and my biggest mindful tool that I have is when I find myself thinking about negative stuff, I think about the people who share their love with me and give me kindness and appreciation. And those people I consider some of the most amazing people I've ever met. Like my tattooist Velma. She is just a really good person. Like, no one meets her and thinks, oh, she's a bad person. Like, when people say that Velma's a rude person, it's like, what? Like, maybe you met her when she was in a grumpy mood, which isn't very often, but, like, I don't know, like, she's not, like, that at all. Like, it's a surprise when people go, oh, yeah, I think that person's mean. It's like, what? Like, she's not mean. Like, I feel honored to know her. And the fact that she loves me, she gives me affection, she cares for me, that shows my quality of person. Someone like that can love someone like me. I'm a good person. You know what I mean? And another thing is I recently came across this thing that said, if you ever think that you are not a good person, remember that a bad person doesn't try to be better. You know what I mean? So if you're consistently evolving and striving to be a better person than you were the previous moment, day, whatever's, you're a good person. Because bad people don't want to be better. Bad people are completely content with their life. I'm never going to be content with my life. Contentness is not something you should have in life because you should be continuously evolving. You should be content within yourself, but life is forever moving, flowing, evolving. So nice little morning meeting with me, myself, and I. The rainbow's still sleeping well. Make sure this is all the way up, so. Yeah, regardless, I plan on ending at 7, because she usually wakes up about 7, and if she's not up by 7, within that hour, I usually get her up about 7:30, 8 o'clock, so. But essentially, I'm just doing what I would be doing even if I wasn't here in my club of Kottontales enjoying this splendid Christmas music. Um, I would be, having my morning medicine, waking my brains up, uh, hoping to have conversation, probably do a bunch of snaps or type in my group chat, even though no one is awake usually this early except for lurkers. Um, so that's why I really like my club of cocktails because whereas there's a lot of people who are going to say choice words and especially make fun of someone who is talking to themselves, this is a nice vice for me because I want to talk. I need to talk. And when making, content, albeit live or posted, this is live and it will become posted. So, you know, anyone that could be here right now listening, because we don't have anyone interacting, so they'd be just listening. Or we have the individuals watching this as posted content, you know what I mean? I'm happy for it, you know? Early morning on a Saturday, the day after my birthday, you know, this is my first official day. Um, I have been 34 for 24 hours as of like 26 minutes ago, 5:59 a.m. But today is the day that I actually celebrate my birthday. It's actually funny as my mom, she saw my brother yesterday, and then she's seeing me today. And the reason that's funny is my birthday was yesterday, and his birthday is today, which I doubt he's watching this. But a very happy 28th birthday to my little brother Christian. I love you so, so much. I cannot believe that you are only 2 years away from 30. I already know mom is freaking the fuck out because her baby just turned 28. Well, actually, technically, you're still 27. I do believe my brother was born at nighttime, so he's still 27 technically, but today is his birthday. I love that his birthday fell on a day where it's the same day and month, you know, 12/12, 12/12/12. He got to have, you know, 12/12/2012, that birthday, or like this year where it's 12/12/2020. Like, I just live for that. Like, the only one that I even kind of got that was 12/11/12, you know what I mean? But I would have had to been born November 11th in order for me to get a number like that. So, individuals who are born, you know, 1/1 2/2 3/3 4/4, so on and so forth, like, I live for your, I forget the term for it. It's like alliteration, but with numbers. Alliteration is the term you would use for a word with letters that are the same, like Amber ate an apple. That's alliteration. So when you have it with a letter, it's alliteration, but when it's numbers, there's another word, and I can't think of that word right now. But that's what, like 1/1/1 or 11/11, 12/12, 20/20, just like repetition of the number. It's like alliteration but with numbers, but that's not the word. I can't. I suck at numbers for one. Like, I'm sure you probably learned that word in math, but I hated math. Math was one of those things that, like, I did it because I had to do it. Um, it's funny is I actually like. It's funny people would be like think that I hated PE, but I actually liked physical education. It was a time for me to get my energy out. What I didn't love is that I was constantly bullied. So as a slightly bigger girl, anything that I do, I was going to be made fun of for it. So if I'm going too slow, I'm getting made fun of. If I'm going too fast, I got made fun of. Like, there was no way that I could win. It makes me appreciate the people who were nice to me. There was this one girl who used to jog with me and just gave me such positive reinforcements. Her name was Samantha. I will forever, Samantha Montgomery, if I remember correctly. But she had short hair. She reminded me of the lady from Baywatch. She was gorgeous. I definitely had a girl crush on her. But she was just always so sweet and kind to me, and always, you know, positive. And I love that, you know, because everyone else, like when I would be doing our mile, like if I was too slow, you know, I got made fun of for that. If I was trying to go too fast, oh, now you're trying to overachieve. Like, who do you think you're trying to be? It's like, I'm just being me, man. Like, and it's just shitty that, like, it's people go, oh, well, kids are cruel. It's not kids. It has nothing to do with your age, man. It's people are cruel. Because those cruel teens, those cruel kids, they grow up to be cruel adults. Okay, I'm sorry. There's very, very few rehabilitated bullies in this life. And I've met a few because they've apologized. A huge part is when you come across someone that you bullied in the past, you apologize to them. Um, you always know a bully is just going to be a bully for the rest of their life. Because of the way they treat you. You know what I mean? I've met some people like that. It was crazy. in high school, my friend AJ wanted to meet this guy Steven. He was like telling Steven like, "Oh man, you gotta meet my friend Amber. She's so fucking dope." And like my friend AJ was telling me like, "Oh man, you gotta meet my friend Steven. He's so fucking cool. Like you'll probably think he's cute." And like I met him. I was like, "I fucking know this fool. I went to middle school with him." And my friend AJ is just like, "What?" And he's like, the dude like he was just flabbergasted. Like, literally, you could just tell the whole fucking time that he was just flabbergasted that I was the person that he was meeting. You know what I mean? Like, because he made fun of me a lot. Like, and what's even more crazy, and this is probably why he was so deer in the headlights, is a lot of the things he made fun of me for back in the day was the things of why I was awesome and why we'd be cool friends. It just confirmed that he was being a bully because he wanted other people to think he was cool. You know what I mean? Instead of just being himself. People, they're interesting creatures. And one thing about me is I've actually learned this throughout the years that I have the type of personalities really, that people just want to know me. They just want to talk to me, even if they don't like me. I've had many people hang out with me, not because they want to, but because they can get something from it. You know what I mean? Um, I'm nice to everyone. And when you're nice to everyone, you make a lot of friends. Like, I have a lot of people who, like, when they see me, they're just like, oh shit, like, how you been? And then every once in a while, you get that one person who just don't like me. But that's like everyone has that. You know what I mean? Even my friend Velma has that, and she is like literally the sweetest person ever. Or like Alima, you know what I mean? Just the kindest soul ever. So when someone would say that she is rude, it's just like like you're probably the rude one because she's not rude. And it's funny as I have people say that about me. They're like, she's not rude, she's real. Like, and I have a lot of people who definitely agree that my realness, my bluntness, can sometimes come off as rudeness. It doesn't mean I'm not doing it on purpose. I am never, ever, in any way, shape, or form, ever trying to make someone feel bad for the type of person they are, because that's not something that I want to feel for myself. You're being you, and that's beautiful. But I'm also allowed to not like who you are, or we don't mesh together. But that's still wonderful. You know what I mean? Like, for example, the best case scenario is that I have a lot of religious friends. Variety of religions, too. And one of them got offended because I referred to Santa like God. And the reasoning being is that it's a belief that someone's has. You know what I mean? A little kid who believes in Santa, you keep that for them. You don't want to tell them that it's fake, even though a majority of the people don't believe in him. That's the kid's belief. That's the person's belief. You know what I mean? So I'm not here to tell someone that Santa Claus isn't real because, for one, whereas like the red suit fat man that twitches his nose and goes down a chimney, he isn't real, but the spirit of Santa is very real. And every story goes back to an actual guy who was like a Santa Claus that would go through his village and give toys or coal to good and bad little boys and girls. So, you know what I mean? There's always something that can take it back. Um, but that's the same thing with God. Like, I don't believe in it, but I am not going to sit here and tell someone else that what they believe in it is fake. It's just not my belief. You know what I mean? So, in that aspect, God and Santa are exactly the fucking same. Because it's just a belief that gets someone through a time, a moment, their life. You know what I mean? I believe in the universe. I believe that there's so much more out there, but I do definitely believe in science, like Big Bang Theory, you know what I mean? I don't think a giant entity went, I'm gonna form the earth. That's no. Not what I think. But I definitely think that molecules and debris floating through space and time for eons, clustering together in space, forming, compressing, and then like exploding into a finite mass that has an ecosystem. You know what I mean? I mean, it's been proven that you can make ecosystems with very little, following the aspects of how our planet came to be. So I don't know. Science is science for a reason. If you can have a way to explain it, then I will give it a thought and chance in being real. All thoughts and chances of God being real went out the door when I was 9 years old. I was in like the fourth grade. Was going to church with my family at that time. I actually had been baptized that year, and I went to a Pentecostal church where they believed that you had to speak in tongue, you had to speak in the old language to become baptized, and I was baptized in that church. Um, I had a moment where I asked my Sunday school teacher a question and she couldn't answer. She's like, "That's a great question. You should ask the pastor during, sermon or whatever." And I asked him, and this motherfucker straight up told a 9-year-old girl, and didn't even give me a specific passage, just said to read my Bible. Like, that was always their answer. When they didn't have an answer, they said read your Bible. They wanted you to figure it out, and that's bullshit. I'm sorry, no, you're teaching me something? You're teaching me that this is real, that this is finite in life? Answer my fucking question, Mr. Man, who is supposed to be, this whole thing, people literally worshiping you like as if you're the God. Like, bullshit. I stopped and never went back. And when people ask me, I very much will talk about it, you know what I mean? Because I grew up with religion, you know what I mean? My mom believes in God, my grandmother believed in God. I'm pretty sure my brother Nathan believes in God. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people believe in him, and that's their beautiful choice. My beautiful choice is to not. I believe in the universe. You know what I mean? But it's just, I think what's beautiful is that the ability to be yourself and then talk and debate and do different things, to just live together, to coexist, versus, the people who see you have a thought and a feeling even minutely different from theirs and they just ostracize you for it. You get bullied for it, and that's bullshit. You know what I mean? But that's gonna be your whole life. Like, I'm very glad that even though I was born with all these extra things that I'll have to deal with mentally and physically, I'm glad that my personality is still the strongest. And it makes sense because I truly believe the universe only gives you what you can handle. You know what I mean? So the universe, when making me, was like, alright, I'm going to give her all these things, but she's going to be able to handle it. You know what I mean? And it's like, I think back to some of the things that happened to me when I was younger, and I'm just like, holy fuck. Like, how did I get through that? And it's like, I did. And that's one thing I've learned in therapy, is that you don't need to know how you got through it sometimes. You just need to know that you did. Oh man, I have something stuck in like my nasal passage. Yep, no, it's not. Ah, delicious. I'm sure you can tell by now, but I ain't gonna play none. For one, my wrists are not feeling up to it, don't even want to push it. But also, I'm going to be doing my hair today. I do need to decide when I want to do my nails, because I have some press-on nails that I'm going to do. And they don't take very long, but it's like a part of me is like, should I do it now, or should I do it after I do my hair? You know what I mean? Because I almost feel like not having them to do my hair would be easy, but at the same time, I've had those nails and done my hair before, and it should be perfectly fine. They're not like super long. They're shorter nails, so I don't know. Let's just go from there. Do a little stretch with rainbow. Oh man. Okay. Well, that sucks. Okay, I need to use the restroom. I knew eventually my water would work through me. I will be right back. Finish Jada Rose. sweet spot like I did last time. I think that should do just fine. Hello, and welcome to my Club of Cocktails. Good motherfucking morning from me to all of you. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day, regardless what time it is for you. For me, it is almost 7 a.m. Saturday. It is 12/12/2020. Very stoked. I have my nature boudoir shoot today. That's why I got this, like, interesting little... This is actually a swaddle. I was going to use one of my bandanas, but I decided to go with a swaddle because it was much bigger. But we have a swaddle over my curlers. We have curlers underneath here for my photo shoot later. I'm about to finish my dated rose and get things ready to go. Like, it is almost 7 o'clock. My daughter, I'll be getting her up in the next hour, have breakfast, and then we need to be getting out and about to go do different things because I need to be in Beaverton, Oregon by noon. But I'm going to be staying the night at my friend's house in Vancouver. Very excited to see my friend Nicole. I'm also potentially going to get to see my best friend Michelle. She's going to meet me at my mom's house because after my shoot, my mom lives in Oregon. So after my shoot, we're going to pop over to my mom's, which will be lovely. I'll be able to toke and relax after the photo shoot. And then because I get to see Michelle, I'm going to bring I'm bringing a shit ton of stuff with me, but it's because one of the things is going to Michelle, and then also, like, I'm doing a photo shoot, so I have extra stuff for that. But yeah, I gotta get my bedding. I thought about packing up my bedding and stuff before starting the meeting, but I was like, you know what, no, I just want to digress in my Club of Cottontails. Thank you to Kaz and Wheels for popping in and saying hello, and wishing me a happy belated birthday. But yeah, and I can only assume that they're the ones that left the opinion, so thank you for your guys' opinion. I hope you guys have a good rest of your Saturday. This is probably the last content for a while. Like, I won't be doing content on Sunday because I'm going to be playing my new video game. I got Cyberpunk 2077. Not going to be able to play it at all today. So I'm definitely playing it tomorrow. And I may get sucked into that to the point that, when Rainbow's with her dad and I have my me time, instead of coming here to Club Cottontail and chilling and chatting and potentially playing a game, I'm just going to sit and chill by myself and play Cyberpunk, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, I'm glad that even though I don't have Hosey Posey this morning and, I don't necessarily need moisture to go to Hosey Posey, I definitely need moisture to get me to do the day, because I am nervous, I'm meeting a new person, my photographer, and then we're doing sexier shots, and for me, I like having my picture taken. I love having my picture taken, actually. But not in sexy poses and, fully dressed. And I'm glad that, like, the outfit I have planned, like, it's sexy, but it's fully dressed. Like, I'm not gonna be remotely naked at any portion in time. So, I'm excited. I'm just nervous, when I get my inner sexy on. One thing that planning this shoot for myself is that the insecurity that I got from my ex has affected me to the point that I almost don't even want to feel sexy for myself because I'm so worried that someone's only going to want my body, right? Because the insecurity that I have built from my previous relationship is that a person's only going to want me for my body. I don't think someone wants me for anything other than my body. I'm just a fleshy thing. You know what I mean? A sexy, fleshy thing. That's all I am to people. And because of that insecurity, it's made it to where when I look at myself and gosh, don't cry. It's okay. It's okay. It's good to talk about this. I'll be looking at myself feeling very sexy, and I find myself like, no, stop it. Like, you don't want to be sexy. Like, this is exactly why people only want you for your body. You know what I mean? And it's got me so fucked up because when I look at myself in the mirror, I find myself to be one of the most beautiful people that I have ever met, inside and out. And I hate that an insecurity that someone whom I once loved but never loved me gave me. And I want to work through that, and that's the reason why I planned this photo shoot, to push me out of my comfort zone, but to also just feel sexy and be okay with me finding myself sexy again, and truly not even thinking about what someone else may think, and being mindful that if someone does just want me for my body, that I don't want to talk to them, and that I'll just, water off a duck's back and let them roll away, because I don't want that in my life. But I shouldn't stop myself from doing something for me. And I'm so excited because goddamn, I'm gonna look good. I'm gonna look so good. I just can't wait to be in nature, just posing and just looking amazing. You know, um, so excited, so excited. So I got a new emote. That's why I have 0 V-Bucks. I logged in, I think yesterday. I played like a match, and I probably still here, yeah. So Master Chief bundle. And honestly, the only things I even wanted from it was a little Warthog and Master Chief himself. Like, not gonna lie, kind of like stupidly badly kind of want him. But there's also like I'd like her. You know what I mean? So out of everything here, I'm glad I got the little Warthog. Like, just like that's definitely one of my favorite things from Halo. Like, oh man, I like, oh gosh, it's nothing like just bobbing around in your Warthog or a fucking Banshee. That was the alien vehicle. But I definitely had to get that. Like, it makes me think about the thing that I made a long time ago, and it said, Halo chick, my sticky is worse than yours. Which was so relevant because, I had a couple guy friends that would tell me I was hacking, even though, like, it would be impossible for me to do that, but, oh, God, my generation did create that shit. Okay, anyways, um, fucking 2006, 2007, playing some fucking LAN party Halo, and I would just like be in my Warthog and just throw a sticky, and like I'm like, I wreck with grenades. I don't even know why. I'm not sure why I do so good with throwable items. I just do, but I got like. It was satisfying, like just being able to do that. It was the sort of thing that I had a few guy friends that would be like, all right, I gotta get all of these so then she can't have them, because if I got them, oh man, fuck, I missed that. I like that was some good times in my fucking early 20s. Fuck me. I got my asshole wrecked so many times. That's why it was always so satisfying when I got them with a sticky or just anything, because. And people always talk about their kill ratio, and I've never cared about that. But if I did care about it, I would be so fucking sad constantly because my kill ratio back in the day was always negative. Always negative. I never had even kills. If I got progressively got better to where it would even out, or I'd only like have a few more deaths than I did kills. Oh man, I remember one of the first days that I actually did have more kills than I did deaths, and it was just like like I remember my friend Isaac just being like, "Good job, you've gotten considerably better." I'm like, "Thank you." It has not been easy because all of them are just like, I'm 34, so you have to imagine we are all around that age range. So you imagine a 34-year-old guy now who's super into gaming, like, wreck your asshole, 100 to like three deaths. You know what I mean? Like some crazy ratios. So I was always very fortunate that they always congratulated me later on. Like, hell yeah, you're getting better. I'm like, fuck yeah, I am. Oh man, so it's almost 7. Jada Rose is about done. I got a shower to be had, bags to pack. I want to make sure I have everything ready to go. I don't, like, every weekend that I go somewhere, I don't want to forget anything, but especially this weekend, I don't want to forget anything because I need to make sure that I have everything. Like, I gotta make sure to get a cartridge. I gotta bring my vape with me. Um, that's something else too. Like, it's like I have to decide how to use my money because I only have X amount of money to get my medicine the way that I need it. But then also I want to have some leftover money for, if I want to eat before we get back to my friend Nicole's house. Because we're going to be, like, I would think from, like, noon to, like, 6, we're going to be pretty busy. You know what I mean? Like, that first few hours is just going to be photo shoot, like, super busy doing all that. I figure the photo stuff is going to be, like, a few hours. I figure it'll be, like, 3 or 4 when we're done with that. And then pop over to my mom's house and only hang out there for a little bit. And then, I mean, Vancouver's on lockdown, so it's not like I can go to a bar or anything tonight, which I was wanting to do. Kind of makes me sad that I can't. But I might, like, have her stop by a store, maybe grab, like, a drink for myself there, but then just go back and watch, like, a movie or something. But I want to be back at her house before too late. Like, I'm not trying to stay up all fucking night. Like, I've never really, I don't know. I've never really been my Jayas. Anytime I ever did a party that was super late at night, it was definitely because that was what was available. Why the fuck? That moment, and she closed the door, and I don't know why. I'm excited to see Michelle. It's been a hot minute since I saw her. I'm very glad that she's gonna meet me at my mom's house because then I can give her care package, mainly for Madison, the oldest, because she and well, I used to wear the same size shoes as her, but I have some boots that I'm gonna give her, and then a few things for the family. Perfect. I'm glad it's almost 7. We're starting to get lurkers, and it's probably new people, but it could be returning people. Either way, definitely has my anxiety going through the roof. Lurkers have a purpose, but I'm never gonna be the type of person who enjoys being watched. It's so funny. I'm definitely a walking oxymoron. Like, I love making content, but I don't necessarily like being watched. I love getting my picture taken, but I don't like people leering on me. That was one thing when I did a post. I didn't post with my picture at all because I didn't feel like being leered on my birthday. And in all honesty, I don't even think I'm gonna share. I'll probably share some from the photo shoot, especially some of the outdoor ones, but I don't really see myself sharing a lot of the pictures from the shoot that I do today because it is just for me, but I also don't want to be leered on. Generally speaking, when someone posts a picture, the people who are posting think that the person's posting just because they want to get compliments, and it's like, I like to be brought up. I don't necessarily like to be complimented, if that makes sense. I like someone to bring up the confidence, but not like there's a difference between telling someone like wow, you're gorgeous, like these are amazing versus like damn, you're sexy. Like I'm good. And it's just but at the same time, it weeds out those people. I just wish that there was more people like me who, you know, you definitely like to leer on people, but it's more of a thing to yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I'm that person that would definitely go to a yoga class and I would be definitely checking everyone out. But no one would ever know. Unless they wanted me to. You know what I mean? There's always that one person like makes eye contact with you. Like, I know you're looking. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's the sort of thing you don't like. I don't know. It's reading a situation too. Because there's some people that want you to take the bait, and then there's other people who don't. And hopefully a person would be upfront and honest. Like, I'm the type of person that I understand that a lot of people are going to think it's bait, but if someone says something that I'm not into, I'm going to very much be like, no. And then it's so funny because I get a lot of people going, well, then why'd you post it? I'm like, because I wanted to, because it's for me. Most people, yes, post things for other people, but that is not the case for me. I've always been the type of person that I've definitely like to share, and I'm very open, but I only share what I want to share and how I want to share it. You know what I mean? Alright, perfect. Almost 7 o'clock, so let's enjoy one more Jaded Rose. No, not 5:20. I mean, technically, but get our bags all finished and ready to go. Brush my teeth so I can pack up my toothbrush. I'll do that. I'll probably brush my teeth and then take my shower. But yeah, welcome to my club of Cottontales. If you couldn't tell by now, this is just a place for me to be me. I come, I chill, I chat, hopefully to other people, but definitely to myself. I'm going to put the rest of our 85%er of the candy apple. So I have an 85% and a 79%, or a 76% rather. The 76% is like, it's not as sticky, and I like it because it's easier to work with and get on top of my bolio, because for me, I like to top my flour off with a bit of crumble or wax. This is definitely more on the waxy side. Which is funny because it's the exact same product, it's just one has a higher percentage, and the higher percentage is definitely more sticky, more of a waxy consistency, whereas the lower one is definitely more of a crumble. Come on. Either way, it's called sugar wax, is what this is called. But sugar wax, sometimes you can get a more stickier one, sometimes you can get a more condensed one. The condensed ones are really nice to top on top of a bowl because, like, you can kind of see that smuts on my finger. That's because it melted on it. This is the more gooey, stickier one. The other one, if I had gotten it on my finger, it would eventually start to melt onto it, but it would take a lot longer because the consistency is thicker. That of, like a honeycomb. Oh, man. But thank you again to the two beautiful opinions. That's where it was the last time, and I don't usually like to assume, but I can pretty much assume it was probably, I know one was Wheels because he said he left his opinion and spread the Mooiisstt content. But Kaz and Wheels popped in and they wished me belated birthday, so thank you so much. I really appreciate each and every person who has wished me a happy birthday, either, the day before my birthday, or yesterday on my birthday, or even today. Because today I'm celebrating it, so I'm going to get a lot of happy birthdays today, but that makes sense because today is the day that I'm actually celebrating it. But I really appreciate the people who gave me it yesterday. It's helping me to overshadow the people who, like my crush Matt, who saw all of my snaps but didn't even once go happy B-Day or anything like that. You know what I mean? And it fucks with me. It's fucking with me, you know what I mean? So I appreciate the people who did show that love and affection because it helps me to overshadow. You don't focus on the negative, you focus on the positives. I'm going to focus on the people who did wish me a happy birthday and did make me feel very special. I was Princess Amber yesterday, and I'm like, that's just it. Is yesterday, whereas it was my birthday, today I'm celebrating. Today I am Princess Amber, and fucking stoked. I am going to be a beautiful, sexy galaxy princess, minus a crown. I thought about wearing a crown, but I want to do my hair in pigtails, and crowns do look good with pigtails, but they have to be a certain style of crown. If I did a ponytail and any crown looks sexy, but I don't know if I'm going to do a ponytail. A ponytail is going to be secondary. Like, I want to do pigtails, but if my hair is just not having it, or it doesn't look good, like I just don't like the way it looks, then I'm going to just do a ponytail, because me and ponytails, we goods to go. You know what I mean? Like, I already know it'll look fucking hella sexy in a ponytail, so. And I love the way it looks in pigtails, but lately my hair has been really thin. It definitely is partly due to the fact that I have a lot of break off here, and that's a huge reason why I won't be bleaching my roots anytime soon. I might bleach my bangs, just so I always have colorful bangs, but we definitely need the rest of my hair to just grow out. Like, I need all of these little hairs to just grow and thrive, because someone thought I had an undershave that I've been growing out because of these hairs, but these are actually from, like, you put your hair up into a ponytail. Over time, you're going to get breakage at certain areas if you wear this ponytail in the same spot every single time. So I was twisting my hair and putting it into a clip, but it was always twisted at the same spot at the nape of my neck, and that's how I ended up getting these little teeny tiny hairs. I've worked with it. I found a hairstyle that looks really nice. So in the grow out, it's not going to look totally hellacious. Plus, I'm going to bring a bow with me, so that if I want to pin up the hairs, I can do that. But it really just kind of depends on how I'm feeling. Like, I'm going to wing it. That's one thing that I could be completely naked and bald with no makeup, and I would be fucking gorgeous. So, an outfit, some makeup, and some hair, it's impossible to look anything other than completely fabulous. So I cannot wait to let my beauty shine today. I'm very, very excited. Very excited. Nervous, but excited. Like, I have to acknowledge the nervousness, because if we don't acknowledge the nervousness, we can't get through it. We can't get over it. Huge reason this, meeting existed is to help us with it. I got my beautiful Christmas music, been very just here for it. I got my Jonesy tree. We good to go. So, cheers to a phenomenal Saturday. It is currently 7:04 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Here, in the beautiful state of Washington. It is 12/12/2020. It is a beautiful Saturday, and it is going to be a phenomenal day. How cute is it, though? So fucking cute. Oh my gosh, you guys. Hold up. We need to put on Bun Bun real quick. How much you want to bet Bun Bun is going to look redonkulous? Okay, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, look at his face. Oh my gosh, look at his face. He looks kind of like scared but excited at the same time. Oh my gosh. Oh, you're so big. Oh my gosh. Okay. We have to switch back to Lieutenant Evergreen, like, instantly. Bun Bun is probably one of my favorite characters. Oh, Bun Bun. Bun Bun here for fun. Like, this is humorous, right? Like, he's definitely humorous, but Bun Bun was so much bigger. You know what I mean? Like, ooh. Okay. I'm okay. I'm so glad. 500 V-Bucks, you guys, for this traversal. If you're into Halo, like I am, like, I've played Halo 1, 2, and 3, especially 2 and 3, a lot. Didn't really play Halo 4, and definitely nothing after that. Like, I watch people play Halo 4, but I never played Halo 4. Halo 3 is definitely the last one. I would say that Halo 3 is probably one of the most popular Halos of the series. But anyways, anyone that's played Halo, like, you definitely are gonna want to get yourself the little warthog, like nostalgia in a 500 V-Buck traversal emote. So, genius. Oh, but no, thank you to, everyone that popped into this little meeting. This will be our only content for the weekend. I'm a random content creator. If you've never been to my YouTube channel, Kottontale is Mooiisstt. Feel free to check it out. It's random deliciousness since summer of 2016. But I make my content randomly. I don't know when or what will be made and put onto my channel. I just know it's me. Like it's me and it's random. That's all it is. You know what I mean? Um, so I do know that I won't be, this is the only one today because I'm like, once this meeting ends, I'm gonna finish packing, showering, wake my daughter up, do the morning, and then travels, go to my friend's house, get ready. Um, if you don't follow me on Snapchat, I recommend follow me on Snapchat because that's my preferred social media for one. So if you haven't heard from me and you're one of those people that, because I do have some people that like to keep up with Cottontail, you're probably gonna want to follow me on Snapchat because that's where you can keep up with me the most. Like some people go, oh, like you're more active on Facebook than you think, and I'm like, yes and no. Like I watch the traffic of other people I know, and my traffic is nothing like theirs. But I definitely post more than I would think, but I would say in order, it definitely is Snapchat and YouTube. Sometimes it's more YouTube, sometimes it's more Snapchat, but Snapchat and YouTube, those are my tops, and then Facebook is secondary for like my YouTube and stuff like that. And it also is just like a boredom filler, I guess would be a good way to explain it. Like you're just scrolling for funny shit, you know what I mean? Um, or whatever type of shit. Sometimes it's sad, sometimes it's serious. Like I don't, fucking everyone uses social media platforms for their own reason and their own way. So, but yeah. So I'll be definitely updating on my Snapchatty, most definitely. Like getting ready process and everything. I actually shared sneak peeks of my outfits and everything from today, which how you doing? It's funny as I can always tell when because I have thirsty people on my Snapchat and I can always tell when they are like in a relationship because they don't flirt with me. And then all of a sudden like I have this one guy who will randomly send me dick pics like oops I'm sorry or like did you like it? It's like what the fuck you think this is? But then I post a picture of me in fishnet garters bent over with my skirt up showing the garter and he says nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it just. I like being a very perceptive person because it makes life more enjoyable when you are very aware of your surroundings. But I strive to be this way because a lot of the times I do get confused, get real easy. I feel like it's got to be directly related to my behavioral disorders because when you have a lot of people trying to determine one thing, it can get muddled, So that's kind of like my brain. I have a bunch of people trying to articulate one thing at one time, and if we're not all agreeing, it just can get really chaotic and give me a headache. Something else that's been giving me a headache is this big old knot. I definitely look forward to pulling this off. I don't know. I'll probably keep this on until I get, time to actually take my curlers out because for one this protects the curlers like if there's any curlers that have snapped open this is keeping them in place. It also makes it to where it's a little bit cuter versus just walking around with your curlers. Putting a curler protector handkerchief scarf anything over your curlers is definitely something that I learned from my grandmother. Rest her beautiful soul. I feel like my grandma is always with me, but especially with everything that's been going on in my life the last few months, I feel like she's been right here next to me. And when I did my curlers last night, I literally audibly said, I did it, Grandma. And she said, yes, you did. And I put this on, and I thought about using a different bandana. I have a pot leaf bandana that I was going to use. And it was like she told me, thank you. not putting that on. And I'm like, thank you. I just, for one, I don't know. I like having stuff that have pot leaves on it, representing, medical 420, the fact that I am a toker, but I'm not really the type of person to wear it and flaunt it outside. Like, I'm just never really been that type of person. This, however, is just stars, and this is actually my favorite swaddle from my daughter. So my little baby was wrapped up in this um, many a times, actually, because this was my favorite swaddle, so I used it a shit ton. But yeah, after it's been washed and I was gonna donate it, and I was like, no, I'm gonna keep some. She grabbed some, like, I actually let her pick it, and she picked some of them, which was super cute. She was cleaning up some water yesterday with one of the swaddles. I'm like, are you cleaning up the water? She's like, yep. I'm like, okay. Like, she's so smart, so beautiful. I'm very thankful to be her mother. And I'm really excited to meet the photographer today because whereas I'm doing a, nature boudoir shoot for myself, I am hoping to use her services later in the future for like family pics with my daughter or just anything. You know what I mean? Help her, build her portfolio. Also, it is a service, so any service has a fee, so that is always helpful. But for me, it's the end product, and I already know that when I see my pictures, I'm just gonna be so flabbergasted and just feel even more beautiful than standing naked, disheveled, staring at myself in the mirror. I find myself extremely gorgeous, so can just imagine seeing myself, coiffed makeup and hair and a stylized outfit, in beautiful backdrops. I'm gonna be breathtaking, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So, without further ado, thank you, and yet again, good morning, because it is just about a quarter past 7 a.m. It's 7:14 a.m. to be exact. So, good motherfucking morning from me to you, but of course, good afternoon and good evening to all of my wonderfully delicious Cottontales. Thank you for anyone who has wished me a happy birthday. Especially thank you to the ones who sent me messages. My best bitch, Michelle, she sent me two, like three, actually. Kai, I love her so much. And I get to see her today. I'm so excited to see her. Um, my, you know, soul sister Nicole, who was the very first person to wish me a happy birthday. My soul sissy Genesee, oh, she's super excited to see me. Tomorrow on my way back home, she has something for me. Just thank you from the bottom of my beautiful Cottontail heart. I appreciate each and every one of you who made me feel special and is going to make me feel special today because today is the day I'm actually celebrating. So I'm really excited. Level 34 achieved, you guys. It's my golden years, right? Nah, like there is no such thing as a golden years. That's one thing I've learned as I've gotten older and evolved. But when I was younger, even in my early 20s, I remember being 20 and people who were 34 to 36, I was just like, damn, yeah, I can't wait. And now I'm here. I'm 34. This is what little Amber always considered her golden years. And we're here, and I'm excited. I feel like 13-year-old Amber, if she knew that 34-year-old Amber the day after she hit 34 was going to do an epic nature boudoir shoot, she would just be so impatient to get to this point. So, here we are, and I'm so excited. So, on that note, thank you for joining me for my Club Continental meeting. If you're still here incognitally, mwah, thank you so much. And of course, thank you to anyone watching this as posted content. Couldn't watch me live, so you're joining me later on. I don't know when's the next time I'll see you, truly, because I got a new video game. Like, I also still have tons of shit. Like, I'm trying to enjoy this month as much as possible, but there is still a shit ton going on in my life. So it's like, Content's always random, but it's even more random now. So, until next time, which only the universe truly knows when that will be, please always be kind to yourself and everyone else. And we will see you next time. Bye. Ooh.